So, who are we first? Let's just start with that. So, CASM, or the Casual Actors and Screenwriters Meetup, is a local, now it's a community, where we have tried to kind of make sure that creatives, like writers and actors, can help each other in bringing up their skills and learning from each other on, no matter where they are in terms of their journey, artistic journey. We started off, again, I wasn't not the one who started. We actually have one of the earlier members here. We started off like maybe a decade or so ago. I picked it up. What used to be just cold reads that we used to do it every other Tuesdays, like with a small group of writers, became larger. We now have people from South Carolina, from New York, and in fact Portugal, who are our council members, who bring in their stuff and love being back with us, and we basically engage together and learn from each other in terms of our writing. Moving on. All right, I will pass on to.
Don't pass on. Hi everyone. These are screenplays, and if you're not familiar with them, they have a kind of funky structure, but the way they're designed is to let production know how to accomplish the film that you're trying to make. So just a quick little overview about how these work. You have scene headings that you're going to hear people say things like interior, exterior, that tells you whether it's inside or outside, then the name of the place, and a day or night. All that is for production. It's just a fun little thing that they have to deal with lighting. You have action lines, which are just telling you what is happening in the script. You'll hear people say things like, Somair held the mic for Mason even though he wasn't using it, and he probably shouldn't. And then you have things like the character name, which tells you which character is speaking, their dialogue, and at times a thing called a parenthetical, which tells actors how to say that dialogue. Did I ever say any of these?
No, just an action. Like Somair gives the mic to Mason.
Somair gives the mic to Mason, and Mason actually uses the mic.
Yeah.
And then we actually have a little teaser script to help get everyone in the mood of what it sounds like before we go into our first screenplay. Samir, if you want to click the next slide.
Just a few words.
Oh, a few words. It's already copyrighted, so don't try to steal any of this, all right? We have proof that everyone here wrote what they wrote. Phones on silent, to be together, alone. Please hold your applause until the end of each of the scripts. No recording or photography during the read. You can record and photograph now or after. That's perfectly fine. Be present, respectful, and enjoy. I think our next script, or our next slide here is the writers here. You have Estee. You can tell she's a writer because of her shirt. Somair, who you can tell he's a writer because of the deep, thoughtful way that he speaks, and you can tell I'm a writer because I don't stop speaking. You already met the actors. Here they all are. Beautiful, beautiful people. They told you they're ideal Sundays. Yes, woo actors. All right. We have a little script teaser for you all. This is called, very iconically, the teaser. Okay. So Estee, if you would please get everyone in the mood.
Teaser. Fade in. Interior, Alexandria Library, Auditorium, day. An offshoot room of the Alexandria Library, thousands of adoring fans have gathered inside, packed like sardines. The host, 20s-ish, walks on stage to rapturous applause.
Hey, hey, hey. Oh, hey, hey, not so loud. We can't afford another noise complaint.
The crowd explodes in laughter.
All right. We've got an incredible group of writers and actors for you today. So, sit back, relax, and
Suddenly, if the effects budget allows it, a hideous dragon crashes through the ceiling. Smitten by the host's charisma, it swoops him up and flies away. Exterior, grassy field, day. It's exterior because we're outside. No, get it? The host, caked in dried dragon's blood, stumbles forward.
Whew. Wow, what a fight. I feel bad for anyone who didn't get a chance to see that. Now, time to find the way home.
The host takes a beat, or a small pause, to look around. They spot a traveler nearby who looks suspiciously like a member of the audience.
Is that a traveler
The host
nearby who looks
approaches.
suspiciously like a member of the audience? Incredible. You can look at that or up on the screen that's there. Excuse me. You have a name?
Yeah, Einstein.
Okay. If you're trying to be sarcastic, you need to use a parenthetical under your character name.
Wait, oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm actually Albert Einstein.
Oh, well, great to meet you, Albert Einstein. That's known as an ad lib. It's not written, but I'm not going to say it. Do you know how I can give back to the library, Einstein?
Sure I do. I've traveled far and...
Okay, I'm kind of in a hurry, so if you could just, point.
Einstein points the way, then returns to their seat to invent light bulbs or something.
Yeah. Long journey ahead. Better montage it so we can keep from changing the scene heading.
The host sets out. Montage, the journey home. The host clambers over massive boulders. The host fords a mighty river. The host crosses paths with two hobbits carrying some cheap jewelry, but ignores them and continues on. Interior, Alexandria Library Auditorium night. The host returns, the journey having taken so long it's now dark outside. The crowd hasn't left yet though. The crowd would never leave midway through the show.
Sorry to keep you all waiting. I just wanted to help everyone get a feel for how this whole thing works. So now, actually, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
The host takes a seat.
Estee, do you want to introduce this bad boy?
Hi, my name is Estee Williams, and the idea for this script, Runaway Ride, was really just a simple romantic comedy about a rideshare driver who picks up a runaway girl. But in that story, I kind of found that driving is a way to represent connection, okay? And not just like getting from point A to B, not that type of connection, but the idea that the person who's sitting next to you is actually way more important than the destination.
Runaway Ride, written by Estee Williams. Exterior, city street, day. A car chugs along in congested traffic driven by Nora Miles, late 20s, and an upbeat romantic. Interior, Nora's car, day. Nora drums her fingers on the steering wheel. A mounted cell phone shows an open act called Drift Driver. Approaching drifter flashes on the screen. Moments later, Meg, 40s, and all business down to her suit and heels, opens the back passenger door. She has a phone to her ear.
It's Meg.
Nora smiles, hopeful.
Hi, I'm Nora.
Meg moves into the back seat. Nora inches the car forward.
Saturday morning? Or is a boss energy just your default vibe? Because I love it either way.
Hey, sorry, Tom. Just getting into the rideshare now. Traffic's bad.
Nora sighs. She glances at the GPS. Red slowdown everywhere. Later, Nora's GPS shows yellow roads ahead as Carter, 30s, and pleased with himself in his gym clothes, rides in back. He uses earbuds to listen to a video about proper deadlift form.
Headed to the gym?
Yep.
I usually do yoga at home, but
Carter turns up his earbud volume loud enough for Nora to hear it and get the hint. She drives in silence for a beat until her phone chimes and says, "Arrived." Slam! Nora turns around to see Carter has exited the car. She rolls her eyes and turns back to her phone. She taps drifter, dropped off, then sees 0 passengers want to drift with you. Nora pulls away and initiates a FaceTime call with sister. Evelyn, early 30s, and soccer mom vibes, answers. She's at a sports field trying to set up a folding chair and hang on to the phone. A kid's soccer game unfolds in full chaos behind her. Children shriek, parents cheer.
Hello, my single, carefree city girl sister. What metropolitan adventure are you up to today?
Good morning to you too, Evelyn.
Getting settled into her chair, Evelyn leans in to look closer at Nora's surroundings.
Wait, are you drifting again? Because when people say go on the apps, they really don't mean drive for a rideshare on the weekends.
The apps. You're talking about dating? I can't even find a friend in this city.
Really? Because connecting with people is kind of your superpower.
The only thing people here want to connect with is their devices. Picture zombies, but with earbuds.
Just be you. The right person will pull out the earbuds and tune in.
A ding sounds and a notification pops up on Nora's phone. Wyatt wants to drift with you, 0.1 miles away.
Oh, I gotta go. I got a drifter, but thank you. And I love you.
Love you too. Don't get murdered.
Nora hangs up the call as she pulls over to pick up Wyatt Arden, late 20s and dashing in a tuxedo. He has earbuds in and slides into the back seat. He's in a broody cloud and not looking to chat. He breathes deep.
Name?
Broken out of his mini meditation, he looks up to find her turned around in her seat.
Huh?
He pulls out the earbuds and stows them in his tux pocket. This is not lost on Nora.
For the ride. Your name? To make sure you're not gonna murder me?
My picture's on my drift profile.
Oh. You mean this picture?
She grabs her phone from the holder and taps. She turns it to show a photo of a guy with a full beard, shaggy hair, and a beanie winter hat. A stark contrast to the clean-cut Wyatt.
This picture could be anyone.
Well, it's not anyone. It's me.
Her quirk eyebrows disarm him. He concedes.
It's me, Wyatt.
Cool. Hi, Wyatt. I'm Nora.
Nora's smiles is cordial now, comfortable. Wyatt's eyes linger on her a beat. He inhales, slow and attentive, tuning in.
Hi, Nora.
Satisfied, she turns back around and pulls away. The spell broken for now, Wyatt closes his eyes, again finding his breath, an attempt to retreat inward.
Headed to an event?
Coming from, actually.
Ooh, what, like a brunch gala?
No.
He leaves it at that, but her eyes interrogate him through the rear view. He finally caves.
A wedding.
Oh, fun.
He tilts his head from side to side. Maybe not fun.
Wait, it's over already?
It hasn't even started yet.
Huh.
It's an assessment, not a question, not a judgment. He fidgets with his pant leg as she does the math.
Hold up. Are you,
Did I forget to pick quiet ride?
He makes like he's looking over her shoulder at her phone. She ignores him as an important question comes to her mind.
is this what the bride wants?
I didn't exactly have a chance to consult her, but I also don't see what this has to do with getting me from point A to point B.
Nora navigates into a left turn lane. Her phone GPS reroutes, directs her to proceed straight.
What are you doing?
Taking you back to point A. Don't worry, I'll do it quietly.
No. You can't do that.
I can actually, because I'm the one who's driving.
And I'm the one who's passenger-ing. I picked the destination, not you.
Her turn signal lingers in a momentary silent car.
Okay. I could tip you. I'll tip you a lot to take me home.
My loyalty to love cannot be bought.
Wyatt glances at the car door. It's unlocked, so he unbuckles his seatbelt and reaches for the door handle.
You know, my love isn't exactly your business.
Maybe today it is.
His eyes finds her in the rear view as her words intrigue.
If you let me get you there.
Wyatt grips the door handle tight, but exhales and lets go.
How about you get me home, and in return, you can ask me whatever you want. I'm an open book.
I do love reading.
Wyatt glances at the light as it turns yellow. The perfect chance to pop a U-turn, but Nora instead merges back into traffic and drives on. On her phone, the GPS shows them back on course. Wyatt sits back and buckles his seatbelt. Before he can breathe his sigh of relief, Nora jumps back into it.
How'd you two meet?
Wyatt grumbles, but a deal's a deal.
I met Paisley in college.
Oh, we had a wiener dog named Paisley when I was a kid. She had these short little legs and blue eyes, and she was just so cute.
My Paisley has normal-sized legs and 2 blue eyes. She was also cute.
I was in love at first sight.
Well, we were in a web design class and got paired up for the first project, so I always said it was love at first sight, S-I-T-E.
Nora chuckles genuinely. Wyatt soaks that up for a second.
Paisley made me stop telling that joke because it was so
Hilarious.
dumb. So, fast forward to the graduation. She didn't have anything lined up, and I got a job in the city. I asked her to come along. You know, I was ready to marry her.
So what changed?
I guess she did.
Oh boy.
What?
She changed? Really? Or did you just get to the city and realize you had a million other options?
Are we still talking about Paisley and me, or is there something you...
Because if you're scared,
Scared? I'm terrified. That's why I left. This is a huge risk.
isn't love like big, true, storybook love? Isn't it worth the risk?
Wyatt taps his fingers on his thigh.
Maybe you're right.
Nora sighs victoriously at the admission.
Plus, the fact that she wanted to get married in the city, that has to mean something, right?
Of course it does. What do you think it means?
That she wants me there?
Duh. And connections like that, connections at all, really, they don't come easy. So you can't give up on it now.
Nora pulls to the curb as her phone flashes arrived.
All right, okay, yeah. Then take me back to that church.
Really?
Wyatt thinks about it as he looks up at his apartment, building through the car window. Then he responds.
Yeah, yes, I'm doing this.
Awesome.
I'm walking into that church,
Yes.
and when the pastor says, speak now or forever hold your peace,
Yeah?
I'm not holding my peace, damn it.
Wyatt hops out the car.
What?
Wyatt opens the passenger door and climbs in.
What are you doing?
Just sitting up here so it's easier to talk.
He smiles at her, and in closer proximity to him, she's the one disarmed this time. She shakes her head and focuses on the conversation before them.
No, I mean, like, what do you mean you're not holding your peace?
Well, I'm gonna say, don't marry Zach, you know, marry me.
Who the hell is Zach?
The groom, Nora, keep up.
Wait, you're not the groom?
Well, if all goes as planned, I will be, and I'll have you to thank.
He gives her arm a grateful squeeze. His grin is miles wide.
Let's go.
She stares ahead, stunned into silence as she pulls out. Interior, city street, day. Nora's car pulls away from the curb and swings around on this not too busy street, now going in the opposite direction. Interior, Nora's car, day. Nora drives. Wyatt's mood has shifted from broody to bouncy.
I could actually get married today.
That is one possible outcome.
She wouldn't move here with me.
I thought you said she did.
No, I said I asked her to.
So she didn't.
And now she's having her wedding here. That definitely means something. Just like you said, she wants me there.
Actually, you said that twice now.
Nora debates sharing, but finally does.
My boyfriend also asked me to move with him to the city. I did it,
Because you love him?
and then he dumped me.
Oh.
I should have seen it coming, like your girl Paisley did. Maybe if I'd been as brave as she was, I'd be marrying Zach in the city.
Okay, 1, ouch. 2, I hear Zach will be available here soon, so feel free to shoot your shot.
She chuckles, but she's still thinking back.
For what it's worth, I think you did the brave thing.
By getting dumped?
By giving it a go. The city, love,
She nods, but she's not buying it.
and that's all I'm trying to do.
You can't, stop a wedding, Wyatt. It's like trying to stop a train or a TikTok trend.
Paisley said I expected her to take a huge step, moving to the city, when I never made a single grand gesture in our entire relationship.
And you're trying to make up for that all at once?
Yeah, kinda.
Why didn't you?
Why didn't I what?
Gesture grandly.
Because to me, a grand gesture was cooking her a meal at my place, but to her, it was buying her a $500 handbag.
Aaron, my ex, once gave me a $500 handbag when all I wanted was for him to cook me dinner. It's a love language thing.
My love language is quality time.
Oh my God, same.
Like ideally, I'm not just cooking you dinner. You're there with me.
And I drink wine and cheer you on.
And we just,
Talk about everything and
it's easy.
so easy.
A beat as he considers her in a new light.
Yeah.
She glances over at him, meeting an intense stare. She waits.
What?
We're here.
Wyatt looks up to find they parked across from the church. Exterior street, outside church, day. Wyatt gets out of the passenger side. Nora meets him at the back of her car, blocking him from crossing the street. They're face to face and eye to eye for the first time, and the electricity between them buzzes. But he's on a mission. He tries to sidestep her.
I can't let you do this.
I don't think you can stop me.
Fine. Then I'm coming with you.
He glances down at her very casual outfit. Nora silently acknowledges the point. She pops her trunk and leans in.
What are you?
She comes back out with a black dress and bonus heels.
No, you're not.
I can't just turn you loose in there alone. I'll be your +1.
They don't give you a +1 when you're the one crashing the wedding.
Oh, God. You're not even invited? Come here. Block me.
Huh?
She takes his hand. This stops all momentum for a few seconds as they look down at their hands, then back up at each other. The urgency kicks back in. She drags him to the sidewalk and opens the back passenger door to partially shield herself.
Hold up your jacket so I can,
Get naked on the street?
She kicks off her shoes to show that she means business. Wyatt quickly pulls off his jacket and holds it up. He turns his head away as she does a quick change into the dress. He peeks back her way when she grabs onto his shoulder for balance. As she pulls her last heel on, he drops his coat. Just that fast, Nora looks hot, and Wyatt knows it.
Shall we?
She holds out her arm to him. He looks at it, looks at her. There's no escape, so he slides his arm through hers, and they cross the street together, a perfectly matched pair. Interior church day. Nora and Wyatt enter. The church is crowded, so crowded, the color drains from Nora's face while Wyatt is oddly calm.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. This was a bad idea.
An usher walks towards them. Nora notices and drags Wyatt down the aisle like she knows exactly where she's leading him.
You're going to publicly humiliate yourself, and it's my fault. Because I said, God, what did I say?
That big true storybook love is worth the risk.
Nora sighs, but pauses the debate as they continue down the aisle. They slide into 2 seats near the front, but it's so tight and they get squeezed together. She turns to him, already close, and leans in to whisper.
We can still make a run for it.
The sound of the processional rings out of the church organ.
Never mind.
They whisper talk as the ceremony becomes the visual and auditory backdrop to Nora and Wyatt's fading in and out as they pay attention or not. The wedding party makes their way down the aisle in pairs.
I know you think I'm nuts.
No, I just think you're in love.
At the mention of love, Wyatt's eyes travel to Nora and stay there too long as she watches the flower girl toddle past. She senses his gaze and looks back, a flit of wonder share. Their eyes stay locked, even as the church doors open and here comes the bride begins. Everyone rises around them as Paisley, late 20s and effortlessly radiant, appears on her father's arm. Wyatt and Nora rush to stand with the crowd. Paisley's eyes swept the room and land on Wyatt. She gives a warm, easy wave as if seeing an old friend. Hope flickers across his face as he waves back. Nora clocks the exchange, watching it hover.
Is it me or did she actually look happy to see me?
She was probably just trying to remember if she accidentally invited you.
You may be seated.
Nora and Wyatt take their seats closer and more crowded than before. He has to put his arm on the pew behind her just to give them room to breathe.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to unite Paisley and Zachary in holy matrimony.
Paisley stands before her groom, Zach, 30s, and put together. The pastor carries on with a welcome and a prayer. It's just background noise to Nora and Wyatt.
He looks rich.
Yeah, I Googled it.
Oof. What do you do?
I'm a middle school librarian.
Wow. I thought those were all old ladies telling people to...
He turns to her, and his playful shushing shifts to a stifled chuckle. Laughing herself, she lays her fingers lightly on his lips to silence him as easy electric energy builds. A beat. He clears his throat. She breaks her contact.
How about you? Do you have a day job or is Drift your main thing?
Drift is for fun. I also have a remote, soul-sucking marketing job, and I'm actually really jealous of your job because I love reading.
You said that earlier, but I wasn't sure if you meant reading books or reading me.
I find both pretty interesting.
That's funny. Paisley didn't really seem to enjoy either.
On that lingering note, they turn back into the ceremony.
Life is a journey. Sometimes you're a child on a big bus, traveling and learning with classmates. Other times, a lone motorcyclist, settling off across the desert to find yourself and your purpose.
Nora and Wyatt both smile at the conjured image.
The best road trips, though, are ones taken with a friend.
Nora and Wyatt spy each other out of the corners of their eyes.
And that's what a marriage is. Rolling down the road with a pal, through the trials and tribulations, to amazing and unexpected destinations.
You don't have to do this, Wyatt.
He looks at her with raised eyebrows for a beat. He half opens his mouth, but closes it again as he shakes his head and turns back to the altar.
And now, should anyone present know of a reason why these two should not be married?
Wyatt goes back to his breath, a long exhale, then an inhale.
Speak now, or forever.
Wyatt holds on the inhaled breath and glances at Nora. There's no turning back. Nora watches like it's an accident. She still has the power to stop. A last-ditch effort. She grabs Wyatt's face and plants a hard kiss on him. Chaste and clumsy, but still lip to lip. It's enough to short-circuit his brain and keep him quiet.
I object.
Bethany, a not too flashy woman in her 30s, stands.
Yes, please. please state your name and the reason for your objection today.
My name is Bethany, and I'm in love with Zach.
Nora releases Wyatt and looks towards the altar, but Wyatt is paying attention only to her.
And I'm pretty sure he loves me too.
Nora finally notices how Wyatt is looking at her. Clarity suspended in a chaos around them.
Who the hell is this? Zach.
My head analyst. And I think her analysis is spot on, as usual.
Wyatt's lips move towards Nora as his eyes get lost in hers. A quick tick up of his eyebrow asks for permission. Nora doesn't deny him. He moves close enough to kiss her, but
Can somebody get her out of here?
reality rushes in. Nora puts a hand against Wyatt's chest. Some ushers from the back move towards Bethany. Everyone is too preoccupied by the wedding drama to notice Nora stand up and make her way into the aisle as she eyes the exit.
No, hang on, wait.
What do you mean, wait? How could you do this to me? I don't even know who this person is.
But I do.
Nora?
She turns back to find Wyatt standing with a smile full of questions. She watches as he makes his way over to her.
I love you, Bethany. I want to be with you. I want to marry you.
Paisley's jaw drops as Zach runs down into the pews past Nora. He finds Bethany and they run right out of the church. A murmur of shock ripples through the crowd. Paisley notices Wyatt as he makes it to the aisle. He sees her all alone at the altar. Paisley beckons him to go to her. Nora looks on as if Wyatt's a ship sailing towards the horizon, and she has no choice but to wave goodbye.
Looks like this is your chance.
Yeah. And I don't want to blow it.
Nora nods, eyes downcast. After a beat, she realizes he hasn't moved. He holds out his hand to her.
This isn't why we came here today.
What if it is?
Nora considers this, a long beat. Finally, she takes his hand and kisses him, soft, deliberate, deep. Not to save him this time, but to choose him, to take a risk with him. Shocked by the kiss, Paisley scoffs loudly. Bridesmaids gather around and try to console the over-the-top hysterical bride. She shrugs them off.
I'm not gonna calm down. We didn't have a prenup. I was this close to getting half of everything. And not even my stupid, needy, nerdy ex doesn't want to hook up.
As their kiss ends, their hands stay locked, a different kind of 50-50. They hurry out of the church without looking back. Exterior street, outside church, day. Nora and Wyatt step out of the church, still hand in hand. They watch a Rolls Royce with a just married sign drive off with Bethany at the wheel and Zach in the passenger seat. Nora and Wyatt reach Nora's car. She leans against it.
You know, when the app said Wyatt wants to drift with you, this is not where I thought I'd end up.
He floats closer, flirty and fascinated.
Yeah, well, who said we've reached our final destination?
Wyatt grins, then reaches over to open the driver's door for her, but Nora smirks and pushes it closed. He quirks an eyebrow. She takes his hand, leading him to exterior sidewalk, continuous.
Let's walk.
Wyatt nods, but instead of moving along with her, he reaches into his coat pocket to fish out his earbuds. She looks at them skeptically until he hands one to her. They each place one earbud into one ear. He pulls out his phone and taps. Romantic music starts to play. Nora grins and wraps her arms around Wyatt's neck. His hands find her waist. They drift into a kiss that feels brand new, but also comfortably connected, as easy as the road home. They part, slowly. then take each other's hand and turn to walk off down the sidewalk together. The music swells. Nora's car is left behind with the drift driver sticker visible in the back window. The end.
Thank you. So if you have any thoughts or questions, feel free, as the writer, I can field those for you.
Hey, Estee, I have a question.
Sure.
How has this script evolved over the last few months? What are some choices that you've made to, sharpen or things that may have been dropped out as the script has evolved?
One thing I had a big opening number, sort of a life before. This is not a typical, short, which sort of has a certain, structure that people expect, but I try to make sort of a micro feature, so you kind of got to have the journey of, your cheesy romantic comedy feature, but within a shorter time frame. So in my brain, I really just needed to show what her world was like before. And that was her in her apartment and feeding her cat and making her toast, and it was many pages that weren't needed because we could just jump right into the car with her, on the phone with her sister, and kind of get a lot of that. And then most everything else was just the placement of the many random kisses that were throughout, and if it was a kiss or almost a kiss or the final kiss or I'm just if I get one more note about the kiss and the location of the kiss and the timing of the kiss, so that was a lot of tweaking of the kisses. Hopefully you enjoyed them.
What's the final kiss count on this?
There's
Did you
5
count?
kisses.
Oh, 5 kisses, okay.
But one's, fake kiss, maybe 4. There's some kisses.
4.5.
Yes.
At what point did the midpoint twist come about? Was that early on, or did you already know?
So the original idea was okay, when she picks up the runaway groom, and then they fall in love, right? But then it's okay, well then it's he a terrible person? Is the bride a terrible, where it was, so then it was the idea that he was interrupting the wedding was just it kind of solved that problem of him not being a horrible person, and then it propelled the rest of the story in a natural sort of fun way, so. Yeah, the original idea was maybe he's a runaway groom when it was just a vague idea, and then the twist sort of came to solve the problems of his character and the story that could come with that, the funness of it.
One more question.
Yeah, yes.
Curious, what was your inspiration?
Kind of this table read, because I always just like to have romance, even if I'm writing a procedural about cops solving crimes, I still want to have romance in it. So I write a lot of different things, but I guess the central theme is just having a love story, because that's all, that means that whatever your story is, if there's a love story there's sort of heart to your story that people can connect to in that way. So, I was just kind of thinking about, I don't usually write shorts. I usually write TV pilots, features, but not usually short. So I was just trying to think of a short idea, and so I kind of was brainstorming and the runaway groom idea and the rideshare driver that came to my mind. So it wasn't necessarily inspired by anything specific, but just trying to come up with a fun story. And I guess modern times and people, the search for connection and the ways that people do that, and kind of thinking of an unusual way that people would seek connection, not just she's not going on a dating app, she's driving to Uber, you know what I mean? That's how she's looking for connection. She's not even looking for romance, really, just to connect to people. So I thought that character with that desire is kind of then inspired the rest of the story. Yeah.
I think it's funny you just said you were looking for an idea for a short, because I was thinking this feels like a feature.
Yeah.
You got the premise set up, and you've also got the climax. But then it moves a little too quick to the obvious, end point.
Right, the expected endpoint, yeah.
You need more kind of adventures where they're getting to know each other, so that the love connection feels earned.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good setup for a feature.
Thank you. There's a little of that idea of maybe a proof of concept or something, because exactly what you said, if I were to expand this to a feature, I think it'd be their adventures going through the city, you know, to get to that wedding. There's like a new musical out, like called Two Strangers Carry a Cake Across New York.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's about a wedding, you know. And I think in my brain, though I haven't seen that, there's some elements of that with them, you know, getting from point A to they're both going to the same wedding kind of thing.
Like instead of her just magically having a dress in the car, they have to go find her a dress, and that's how.
Absolutely. That's, of course, we have to have a makeover montage. I mean, you don't have to tell me. Yes, yes.
I just have to congratulate you, like that, it moves so well, it's so, like, it feels so fleshed out, and agree, like, it could be a feature, but I also think it does stand as a really wonderful short. Like, yes, there's kind of a fantasy element to it, but that's what we love about those kind of movies anyway. Like, even if there was a feature, there's still a fantasy element to it. So, like, I feel like it's a phenomenal piece, and I just, you know,
Thank you so much.
take a feature and you give it short, and yet we are connected to it in a way that feels like a feature, and that's really difficult to do with a short. So just thank you.
And I have to give it up to the leads, Nora and Wyatt, Charlotte. They met today for the first time, right? We rehearsed on Zoom, so I think they really did a nice job building that connection between those characters, and it really made a difference. So thank you. Yes.
Well, first off, amazing job. The writing was really, really good, and the acting, you guys.
Wait, is that Andres?
Yes, it is.
Hey.
So, I mean, really amazing job. I feel like an ending of a short is, you know, really important. You know, like what type of message are you leaving with the audience after? You know, what to you does it mean, like them not going in the car, but they decide to walk and put this music on? Like, I'm sure there were so many kind of endings you could have went with, right? Like, explain kind of your thoughts going into that.
Yeah, so, you know, it's like the driving, right? Like that, it was her, the whole story is kind of her leading him to where she thinks that he should go, right? And he's, you know, he's trying to pull away and she's like trying to get him on track. And there's an element of like driving, that someone's driving and that someone's in control. And that, you know, it's like when they're walking and they now both have their earbud, which is, you know, like important to her because people were blocking her out with that like all along. So then they share the earbuds, they're connected, and they're walking sort of together as equals. And so it was about the way that you could connect on the walk, sort of, and you know, now you step away from the car. So that was, yeah, thank you, thanks for asking that. A lot, because originally they got in the car and drove off, and I'm like, okay, it's almost there, but like, what else can they do? Oh, like, obviously, they can just walk down the street, so, yeah, thanks. Do you have a yes?
Oh, I love the name of the ride sharing company. You should
The Drift.
patent it or something.
Right, I know, that was a lot too, I came up with through a lot of those, and the idea of them, then I used the word drift in the very end when they like drifted, you know, to their kiss or whatever, so I just wanted to like save that drift until they were like drifting together, so.
Yeah, and then I love all the references, you know, to modern times and just using the ride sharing and as a backdrop, and you know, the earbuds and sharing that at the end, going on the sidewalk, and all of those are all very, very relatable in these times. It's great.
Thank you, and I hope that you felt that it was modern, but that there was like a classic feel to it at the same time, right?
Of
So
course,
that
yeah.
it felt like it could play at any time and we just changed the technology, like that she could be a cabbie or something, you know, but I appreciate those modern references. And we gotta move on, so do we want to wait and come back, or?
Yeah, we can come back because we have 2 more scripts, so we'll have a set.
Save the questions for that one. Go on.
Okay, so this will be a dramatic shift in tone. And there's a reason. I struggle with rom-coms and costumes. So when the theme of romance came up, I was like, let's see. One concept that stuck to me here and I kind of found interesting is all of our love languages are different. And what someone could think is devotion, another one could think it to be distance. So what I tried to do in my short was to bring that difference under the microscope for the protagonist and over a very eventful night. I'll stick to that and enjoy.
An ordinary night
Fade in. Interior, car, night. Claire, 30s, in smart casual, looks ahead, worried. A moment, then her attention shifts to her left. Her eyes soften at the sight of her husband. Daniel, also 30s and dressed up, is looking at her.
You are reading too much into it.
She hasn't invited us in a long time.
People can change.
Claire considers, then checks him.
I wish I could borrow some of your confidence.
You know what? You already have my confidence.
She smiles, settling into the comfort he brings in these moments.
Whatever happens, we are not bringing up the house.
Of course.
I want to patch things up with her.
As you should. She's your only sister.
Not for that. It's for us to be safe.
She holds Daniel's hand and caresses it for a moment, sighs, then unbuckles her seatbelt.
What of her husband?
Paul? He's distant.
Well, then there's nothing to worry about.
Daniel also unbuckles. Claire steps out of the car. A muted pulse from Daniel's phone. He checks it, but ignores it. Exterior, luxury house entrance night. Arches frame a neat front door, adorned with a Thanksgiving wreath. Claire waits as Daniel steps up beside her. He lifts a bottle of wine minimalist label, unmistakably expensive. Claire nods, glad he remembered to bring it along. Daniel checks the doormat, harsh fabric, but welcome painted across. He then notices Claire clenching her fists. Gently, he takes her hand, easing her grip, then gives her a look. Ready? Claire nods back, hardly ready. He reaches for the doorbell and presses it. The bell rings. A voice crackles through the ring device.
Oh, you're here. Be right there.
Claire smiles at Daniel as the door opens to reveal Ruth. 50s, brunette, crisp. Dry eyes from a lack of blinking. She smiles, a hint of warmth breaking through.
Oh, Claire, can I hug you?
Of course.
Ruth hugs Claire like an old friend.
And you must be Daniel.
She extends her hand. Daniel shakes it.
Come in, you guys.
They enter. Interior, luxury house, night. A large hallway, tall ceilings, crisp, white, cold, proper, too proper, almost calculated.
You have a beautiful house.
Thank you.
We brought a small something.
He cradles the wine bottle as he presents it to her.
Oh, that's very kind.
She holds it briefly, and places it on a side table without a second look.
Let me grab some hangers.
Ruth moves to a nearby closet and pulls out 2 hangers. Claire and Daniel slip off their coats on the hangers and offer them to Ruth, but she points to the closet.
You can hang them there.
Sure.
Both dutifully hang them as Ruth waits. Interior, luxury house, moments later. Claire and Daniel pass a dining area, set and waiting.
Your house smells nice.
I guess it's what's cooking.
Claire subtly motions him to hold off on casual remarks.
Paul!
An armchair faces a fireplace. In it, Paul, 60s, chiseled, unkempt hair, piercing cold eyes check the source, then forces a warm smile.
Oh, your guest.
He turns back where he was, soaking in the warmth from the fire a beat more, then slowly rises, approaching the guests. He shakes hands with both, but lingers on Daniel, trying to place him. Daniel smiles through the awkwardness.
Hope the place was easy to find.
Your directions were spot on. I have to say, I admire your driveway. The trees make it look cozy.
It took a lot of prayers to get that kind of privacy.
And negotiations. Ruth was hoping for a lodge.
I wasn't. Paul has a sense of humor.
Nothing wrong with a lodge, right?
Yeah, so where do we sit? Here or near the food?
Near the food can't go wrong, right?
Yeah, I told you.
Why don't you join me in the kitchen?
That sounds like a good idea.
Ruth leads Claire away. Interior, kitchen, night. A turkey roasts in the oven.
Don't mind Paul.
Oh, not at all.
He can get bitter.
A flicker of strain crosses Ruth's face. Claire catches it.
I'm sorry it took me this long to invite you.
It's all good. We're here now.
Claire notices the kitchen, decorated warmer than the rest of the house.
This feels more like you.
You mean the kitchen?
Mm-hmm.
It's my safe space.
May I ask something?
Go ahead.
Are things okay?
Ruth exhales, words she's waited to hear. Yet her response lingers as she sets a large dish on the table.
I'm sorry. I don't want to...
It's okay. It's been a while since I was asked.
I sense some tension back there.
You mean Paul?
Yeah. He is better than your ex, right?
You calling Mark an ex is hilarious. Well, there is love and some bitterness.
And is Paul safe?
Yes, yes. I used to think I knew him, but then...
What?
There was this minor affair he brought up. Now I know him, and he is predictable and, yes, safe.
And that's okay?
Certainly, candidness, sometimes brutal candidness, matters more to me. I'd rather have an honest, smelly love than one wearing perfume.
Ruth pushes buttons on the oven. Claire notices a bruise on her arm.
Can you hand me that meat thermometer?
Claire scans, finds a red thermometer, hands it over. Ruth opens the oven, slides the turkey out with a gloved hand. She pierces the thigh, waits for the reading 140, then removes the thermometer and closes the oven.
A few more minutes.
Claire is now rather quiet, thoughtful.
How are you and Daniel?
He's neither bitter nor dangerous.
Sounds very sweet.
What do you mean?
I saw his obedience at the door.
Obedience? He helps where he can.
And is he honest?
I can't believe we're talking about this.
We can stop.
Oh, no. I appreciate the long-lost connection. I just wasn't expecting it this fast.
We are sisters.
The oven alarm sounds. Ruth peeks in the oven, staying just long enough.
Well, the turkey is ready.
Interior, dining room, night. Paul and Daniel sit awkwardly at the table across from the fine tableware. Daniel's studies Paul, then.
How long have you guys been here?
Paul stirs from his thoughts.
Long enough. You?
We were in Fells Point for a few months. Moved to Mount Washington last year.
Must be nice, upgrading from the rats.
We were lucky.
I bet.
A short percussive pulse sounds from Daniel's phone, intimate and discreet. Daniel tenses, doesn't reach for it. Paul notices his sudden stiffness. A smile creeps in. Paul knows that sound from his own infidelity.
You want to take that?
Daniel pulls out his phone, a couple taps then.
Health app.
What was the notification?
That I need to stand.
Well, why don't you stand and join the ladies?
No, I'm good.
How long have you been married?
2 years. Together the last 6.
And it's still going well?
No complaints.
And the sex?
Daniel stays quiet, vigilant and tense.
You must have found your way.
Let me check on the ladies.
You sure?
Daniel gives it a moment, but Claire arrives. She clocks the tension, smiles at Daniel.
Fun conversation?
Salacious, maybe.
Claire squints at Daniel for clarity.
Paul does have a sense of humor.
Well, Daniel can be dangerous too.
Is that what you girls were discussing?
Claire searches Paul's face, trying to place the comment.
Behind you!
Claire startles, steps aside. Ruth enters with a large tray of roasted turkey. She sets it at the center, warm and ready to be devoured. Interior, dining room, later. A slice of turkey lands on Ruth's plate. She barely looks at it. Her eyes stay on Claire. The four of them are marginally more relaxed than before. Claire finishes up her story.
Hence, lesson learned.
So let me get this straight. So book a room closer to the center of the cruise?
Claire and Daniel nod.
How was your cruising experience?
That is funny.
How so?
Well, how about you two? Any travel lately?
I travel more than she does.
His business trips hardly leave room for leisure. Though, it won't hurt to join him sometimes.
I'm sure if you want to get killed.
How dangerous could Mexico, Colombia, and Bolivia be?
Is that where you travel?
Sometimes also Honduras.
Claire glances at Daniel. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
What's the nature of your business?
For the first time, Paul hesitates.
Drugs.
Ruth has a tendency to overstep. But, yes, pharmaceutical.
Claire doesn't buy it. Paul diverts to their plates.
You guys already done?
Claire checks Ruth. She feels for her. Ruth meets her eyes, forces a smile.
I'll dig in a bit more.
Ruth reaches in carefully adds a slice to Claire's plate, then adds another to her own plate. She pauses then.
How is your business going?
Yeah. How is your business going?
Well, not really a business, but we've seen an uptick.
In what?
I'm a realtor.
Paul tilts his head, amused.
Funny. Ruth, weren't you a realtor too?
Paul, for once.
Should I hold my tongue?
Ruth holds her tongue, but Paul is untethered.
Let's do that.
He literally pinches his tongue with his finger.
Enough.
You want more tongue?
I'm sorry, folks.
Slam. Paul slams his fist on the table, startling everyone.
How many times don't make me the clown?
Ruth holds her stare, then calmly pushes her chair out.
Excuse me, folks.
She exits to the kitchen. Paul turns to the guests.
Well, that's your cue.
I see. Daniel?
Daniel's mind is not in the room.
Daniel?
Let's cut to the chase before this cat opens his mouth.
Yeah, that's enough, Paul.
Let's go with let go of the inheritance, Claire.
Claire is stunned to silence. She looks at Daniel.
No other reason for you two to be at this table tonight.
This is getting out of hand.
Do you want it to? Danielle?
We should leave.
How much does Claire know about you?
Careful.
Claire looks between them, confused. Daniel is openly and unusually angry now.
Lose the house. Or your husband.
What am I missing?
Love, I guess.
That lands like a gut punch, tearing the last thread that's holding him.
You're an animal.
Just sign the papers.
Daniel snaps, leans forward to strike Paul. Claire grabs his hands, shocked by him.
Let's go.
Daniel is still pushing to strike.
Daniel! I'll see what I can do.
She pulls Daniel toward the door, eyes not leaving Paul. Paul makes a phone gesture with his hand. Claire recoils and forces Daniel out. The door slams. They meet. Paul relaxes, smiling, watching them leave. Ruth peeks out from the hallway.
Will she keep her word?
That or ruin her marriage.
What is it that you found?
Enough to destroy their world. And next time, a lighter touch on the drug dealer image, please.
Sure, but it works.
Get your ass over here.
She drifts towards him. He holds her hand and notices the bruise on her arm.
How'd you get that?
Oh, it's makeup.
Paul is confused.
Drug dealers leave bruises.
Oh, you sneaky devil.
She's about to sit on his lap, then glances at the meal.
Finish the meal and join me later.
Oh, now I'm hungry.
Interior car, moments later. The door locks. Claire and Daniel both take in the events. Claire studies Daniel. He's visibly shaken, struggling to stay steady.
What just happened?
I'm sorry.
Did you mention the house?
I don't think I have to say anything.
What did he mean by, I'm missing love?
The same short, percussive pulse sounds from Daniel's phone. His jaw tightens. He swiftly unlocks his phone, presses, and holds his thumb on the screen, then taps twice in quick succession. When it's all done, he sets the phone down, forcing out a breath. Claire watches the entire time, her gaze drifting from the phone back to the man she now barely recognizes.
Daniel?
Let's go home.
Claire stays on him in disbelief, slowly settling into clarity, then turns forward. The comfort she had that held her together is gone. Fade out.
You'll fix it in the next one.
Spoilers.
Questions?
One over here,
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. So, the twist, he figures out that the husband's cheating and he's now leveraging that. Going into the next part of this, seeing the twist at the end and how they're working together, would that come full light of what the scandal, bringing the scandal about to the marriage in order to get what they want?
When you say forward as in?
Like if you continue the script or like another part.
Yeah, I mean, well, this, I had meant to contain this in the show.
Oh, so this is now?
Yeah, but again, if we were to continue it, it was kind of, we kind of looking at it from Claire's perspective
Okay.
and seeing what she takes away.
Mhm.
Because this pretty much triggered the set of events.
Right. It's just, yeah, I was curious to see, because it was interesting the dynamic how you switched it, that the sister, Claire's sister and her husband found some secret, and they're using it to leverage. I was just curious if you had thought what the next plot.
It is definitely a great idea. I had not thought beyond.
It's very interesting. I'm curious.
Yes.
Not a question so much as a comment, but I just really appreciate almost the ambiguity in the dialogue and the plot direction. I feel like so much of like things we watch now has to be like spelled out because everybody's like on their phone while they're watching. And so I just appreciate like the lack of necessarily spelling everything out that kind of forces you to think, engage, and interpret whatever and get out whatever you might need to
Right,
get.
thank
So.
you. Appreciate it. Anyone else? All right.
I don't know, I'm lost. I guess who she's talking about, that needs everything spelled out for me, because I don't know what happened.
Oh, thank you.
I guess I'm gonna ask you, and I don't really know what happened.
Oh, so she was invited, so her sister invited her with a plot of plan to get her to sign away their inheritance. That was the sister's plot. She, and the idea was for the sister to kind of have her in the kitchen while her husband with the husband, and then to be able to kind of either convince them to kind of get out of the inheritance. But because of the app, they got leverage even without the need for doing that. So that's how it turned into him threatening and then leaving with agreeing on it.
It's a dating app?
It's, yeah. you can
Okay.
say that.
So that was the big jump off, because I missed that, and I just, I was like, thinking that the boyfriend was able to tell the guy was cheating just off of the way he reacted to getting the notification on his phone.
Yeah, no, there was a reference about a reminder of his infidelity, so maybe that's what it's about.
Well, that's in the scene direction, but I mean, it's a big, so I guess we kind of get told, the people reading the screenplay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a big jump to me.
No. My thought was when I filmed this, the app sound is something people know. So it's gonna be always. So it's not gonna be like any other, so it's gonna be one like, oh, this is that app.
Yeah, because when the app goes, it goes, oh.
Oh, that cannot be. Yeah. Any other? All right, cool. Next up, please.
Hello. I'm Mason. Mason, the aforementioned writer. When I heard that this table read was going to be focused on love, I really wanted to explore the difference between love and marriage as a man who is soon to be married. And this crowd applauded. And so thinking about that, I really wanted to focus in on a protagonist who would have to deal with those distinctions. And so this idea of a jaded marriage therapist came to mind. And whenever you think about a protagonist, you want to think in a story, what is the client from hell that they could face? And, well, I took that literally. So this is it. Thank you.
Soulmates, written by Mason McLary. Interior Counseling Office, day. Pleasant lighting, inoffensive magazines on the coffee table, a diploma on the wall. A room meticulously constructed to put you at ease, like the lure dangling off the head of an anglerfish.
I like to begin my sessions by asking couples what, in your view, is love.
The inscrutable Dr. Vivian Cross, 50s, sits, tightly wound, in a faded armchair. She cracks open her leather journal.
There's no right or wrong answer, or maybe it's more accurate to say there are many right answers and many, many more wrong ones.
Across from Vivian, a dumpy husband and wife sit on a plush couch which threatens to swallow them both.
I love when he takes me on dates.
Yeah, I love when she lets me skip them.
Vivian scribbles down a note.
How often do you communicate your needs to your partner?
A new couple now lounges on the couch. One perched on the far end, the other scooches too close.
Oh, all the time, every day. Oh, we always tell each other exactly what we're thinking and what we're feeling as soon as we feel it. Right, honey?
Yeah. All the time.
Vivian scrawls another note.
And when did you start noticing problems in the relationship?
Now seated, a bratty girlfriend beside her frat boyfriend.
Well, he stopped texting me because he needed space or whatever, but I found out he was hooking up with my best friend.
It wasn't even a big thing.
So, I hooked up with his best friend.
Which is so not cool.
Now, he says he wants me back, but he's never actually asked me to be his girlfriend. So I just thought we should work on our relationship and stuff.
I would agree. You are aware I work with married couples, right?
Okay. I may have fibbed a little when I made this appointment. I hope that's not a big deal.
Boom. Outside, thunderclaps. The office lights flicker. Vivian's door swings open and in walks a haggard priest.
Oh, God. I'm sorry.
Father Marco?
Miss Cross, we need your help.
Father Marco, 50s, extends a bony hand, beckoning her to join.
I'm with clients, Father.
This is the most urgent matter.
Vivian nods, takes his hand, turns to the couple.
We'll pick this up next time.
Father Marco whisks Vivian from the office.
So, do we have to pay for the full hour? Because I didn't bring my wallet.
Exterior, Cathedral of the Sacred Union, day. Storm clouds overhead drape the church in a dark glow. Father Marco leads Vivian in. Interior Cathedral, nave, day. The pair pass rows of pristine pews.
What's this about, Father?
Every year, most of our devout congregants travel overseas to volunteer for the sick and needy.
Sure, or donate a little more on Sundays.
Last night, one of our members returned having changed.
Changed how?
He exhibited signs of acute demonic possession.
Boom. Thunder shakes the building. Vivian stops, stunned. Father Marco opens an imposing door and slips in. Vivian gathers herself before following him into the stairway. Steps of dark stone and ancient wood spiral down into inky nothingness. Vivian catches up to Father Marco.
Father, I don't know what it is you think I can do. The only thing I know about exorcism is it's spelled differently than exercise, and frankly, I don't really do that either.
The Vatican sent their top priest to work around the clock. We don't need another exorcist. We need you.
But why?
Father Markle turns down an offshoot hallway. Vivian follows. Interior, exorcism chamber, day. Medieval in decor and construction, this area predates the cathedral above by centuries. The pair step inside. At the sight before her, Vivian covers her mouth in shock. Aaron, 40s, chained to a stone table, writhes in agony, turns bloodshot eyes to the newly entered duo.
Please, help me.
Another voice, strange, otherworldly, escapes his lips.
Yes, please, help. Father Blue, I can't take it anymore.
Yet another voice, shrill, grating, follows suit.
You can't take it anymore. I'm the one who has to listen to your incessant mumbling, you putrid swine.
Vivian, horrified and a little confused, turns to Father Marco.
What is this, Father?
Poor Aaron has been possessed by a pair of married demons. And their marital spat is so intense, it's preventing any chance of removing them. The only way to save him is if you can help them work through it.
Off Vivian's incredulous reaction, title card, Soulmates. Back to scene. Vivian sits on a stout stone pillar across from the chained Aaron. She opens her journal.
So, demon?
Mind your tongue, human. I will be addressed by my full title. Asmodeus, King of Demons, Prince of Lust, and Maker of the...
Blah, 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 blah. Give it a rest. You know there are 9 kings of demons? 9. That's a baseball team.
It's very exclusive, Lilith.
Vivian tries to regain control of the conversation.
I think maybe we've gotten off track here. You two are married?
For eternity and ever after.
You humans were smart adding the to death clause in your vow.
Can you imagine listening to that voice forever?
Ooh, better than hearing him list those same damn titles over and over and over.
You never respected them and you never respected me.
Oh, grow up, you pathetic dolt. How I wish you were as bold and self-assured as my dear, handsome...
Don't say his name.
Infernal ex-Abaddon.
Okay. Emotions are running high. I see. That's perfectly normal. Why don't you let me try what I do best, and maybe we can work through it.
A begrudging silence cues Vivian to continue.
I like to begin my sessions by asking couples what, in your view, is love.
Boo.
Dumb question.
Could you be any more cliche?
Don't quit your day job.
This is her day job, idiot.
Then maybe she should quit.
All right. That question clearly struck a nerve. Why don't you start then by telling me how you two met?
An otherworldly smile creeps across Aaron's face.
Oh, now this is a doozy.
Asmodeus was head of the pickleball league at Hell State University.
There's pickleball in hell?
Tiny, ineffectual tennis. Where else but hell could come up with that?
I went to one of his games at University of Hadestown.
Cerberus got to play doubles. Can you believe that? A dog with 3 heads. Each gets a paddle. Still only counts as 1 player.
Just one butt, though, and Asmodeus kicked it. I knew then I needed to make him mine.
We met that night at a party. You wouldn't know it by how she looks now. But back in those days, Lilith was hotter than the lake of sulfur.
You can't see me, you vacuous toad.
I had a few too many natty lights.
That's the only beer in hell.
Next thing I know, we're at a drive-through chapel being sworn into unholy matrimony by Elvis.
The rest, as they say, is hellstory.
Vivian writes furiously in her journal, failing to keep pace with the demon's rapid patter.
And how did you end up here?
In this body, poor fool expelled us from the goats we had possessed.
We had to go somewhere, and he was the closest available vessel. We didn't mean to both possess him.
I called dibs, but he never listens.
I meant here emotionally.
A quizzical look from Aaron, followed by a howl of laughter.
Father below, that's good.
Hey, you spent a few millennia with anyone, you'd feel the same way.
We're one of the least dysfunctional couples in hell.
You and those daft double negatives just say most functional.
Then why get married?
At this, the demons seem genuinely stumped.
Why get married?
Why get married?
Why get married?
Okay. In the therapy world, we call this stalling.
Listen here, lady. You think you humans invented love?
You're the latest in a long line of sorry saps giving this whole matrimony thing a go.
You sit there so smug and judge us. Well, I don't see a ring on your finger. At least we took a chance.
Maybe if you didn't spend so many nights with those smutty romance books, you wouldn't be all alone.
Oh, nice one, babe.
Shut you, marsupial.
Are you two quite finished?
At her brash words, the demons are silenced.
Yes, I'm single. You work in the kitchen long enough, you get sick of the food. Doesn't mean I don't know how to make a mean steak. You two want to know the truth? I don't believe in love.
Huh?
Aren't you a marriage counselor?
That's not like a requirement.
Let me finish. I have never heard more vile words spewed about a person than from the one who supposedly loves them. Whether it's a day, a year, a millennia, love, at least how we think about it, eventually dries up. And it's not something to put all your hopes into.
Aaron's face crinkles, like two souls within each crease their brows in thought.
So, what's the diagnosis then, Doc?
We're doomed?
Not doomed. Like I said, I don't believe in love, but I do believe in marriage.
A moment for her words to resonate. Then,
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
You're a bigger liar than us.
I'm serious. Whatever love you had for each other may have slipped away all those years ago, but that doesn't mean your marriage has to die.
Well, that's good, because divorce is outlawed in hell.
Too many lawyers down there.
Do you think alimony is confusing? Try divvying up your hoard of the damned.
The question is, do you want to save it?
Aaron goes quiet. The demons inside contemplate. Then,
Well, I mean,
You know,
yes.
yeah, it would be good to get back to what we were.
But how?
We've tried everything.
Roleplay, renewing our vows, bringing in a third.
And a fourth, and a fifth, sixth, 7.
It's hopeless.
Well, it's not hopeless, but it is different for every couple. Some need to set aside more time to spend together. I don't think that's your problem.
Correct.
Very astute.
Some need to be more open about their feelings. Neither of you seem hesitant to express those.
I agree.
Just agree with everything she says, you dullard.
And some just need to get outside themselves to see things from the other's perspective.
as Vivian speaks, an idea sparks. The demons see it on her face.
You've got something?
Maybe. It's a bit unconventional.
You do remember you're dealing with demons, right?
Right. Okay. Here's what I'm thinking.
She leans in. Interior, cathedral, nave, day. Father Marco paces the floor. Vivian enters from the stairwell.
Miss Cross, have you settled their issues? May the exorcism commence?
I'll do you one better, Father. No exorcism is needed.
You've cast them out?
They've left on their own accord.
That's impossible. Demons always seek out a vessel. You're saying they're just gone?
Maybe they're trying something new.
She flashes a cryptic smile and traipses off. Father Marco watches after her. Interior, counseling office, day. Vivian sits, once again, across from the bratty girlfriend and frat boyfriend.
So, he took me to Cabo, and it was so fun. He did hook up with one of the hotel workers while we were there, but he bought me this necklace to make up for it.
I saw it and thought, whoa, that's so Eric.
She shows off the tackiest necklace. Vivian forces a smile.
I would agree. Before we start, there's something I want to try with the two of you.
Yeah, all right.
He starts taking off his clothes.
Nothing like that. Something a bit more spiritual.
You're not gonna bring out the priest again, are you?
Don't worry. I just need you to repeat after me. Can you do that?
Can you do that?
Entra me domonos.
Intra me demones.
Vivian's head snaps back as a thick, dark mist pours out of her mouth and nose and enters the couple. They convulse, then relax. Vivian regains her senses.
Did it work?
Asmodeus's voice comes from the bratty girlfriend's mouth.
Indeed.
And Lilith's from the frat boyfriend's.
How delightful to possess my own vessel again. Even though, he appears to be drunk.
Same with her. Natty lights. I'd know that buzz anywhere.
Don't get too comfortable. Remember, you only get them for the hour.
As was our deal. We know.
So, how do we start?
Vivian, trusty journal in hand.
Well, let's try this again. And please, answer sincerely. What, in your view, is love?
Lilith snickers, rearing to say something snarky, but before she can,
Sharing in the eternal torture of the damned.
Lilith looks over at him, something new in her eyes. Admiration.
I think same for me.
They scoot a little closer on the couch. Vivian smiles, jots down a note. The end.
The end. Any thoughts, any questions?
It was super fun.
Thank you. Thank you. These guys are incredible.
Love the references to the pickleball and tennis.
Yes, my feelings about pickleball are well known.
Speaking of it being funny, you've got a tricky situation here because of your kind of major conceit, I guess, of one guy being possessed by a couple, which is that obviously the rhythm that you had going here is dependent on these two people playing off of each other.
Absolutely.
So if you're shooting it, you either need somebody who can somehow do that as one person, like that's a challenging acting demand.
Absolutely.
Or it's got to be done kind of in the editing, where it's each, you use different cuts of the same actor to kind of get across that it's two different people in a way that's easier for them to perform.
Yeah.
But it's a tricky idea, just that you kind of laid the whole thing on top.
Yes. When I think about filming, and I haven't filmed much, but when I do, I think about what's the laziest thing I could do to help push this thing forward. So in my mind, what would end up happening is we would have the two demons expelled from Erin for the conversation pieces there, so that she could actually talk to physicalized beings. However, in the writing, it made a little bit more sense to keep it all contained within the same vessel of him. But I just imagine for myself, I like to do it as easy as possible, so let's just put them in some makeup and figure it out from there. Yes.
Well, amazing job again. It was really good. It was, and the acting phenomenal. When you're writing kind of these two characters, right, that are kind of like 1,000-year-old grandparents, they've known each other for so long. You know, how did you choose like what is his point of view and what is hers, and like how did you choose what they clash and what they agree on?
Yeah, I think with anything like this, there has to be a rhythm that an audience can pick up on in order to kind of latch on to who the characters are. So it made sense to me, I don't know, just maybe instinctively, that she should be the one to constantly be calling him names, and for him to try and push through those as much as he can. And I think that these two in particular did an incredible job at finding that rhythm. And I gotta tell you guys, a little secret of the sauce here. We've been trying different voices and such, and this was Charlotte's first usage of like this particular timbre of voice, and I thought it worked incredibly well. So finding people.
Seeing as how you said you were about to get married, and this is what you how that reflect, like at the end of it ends in sort of an upbeat, like maybe they've reached a moment where they can continue on. But I didn't know how this reflected on what you feel like. Is this a fear of what you think, or is this like what you imagine it to
Well,
be?
I'm going to choose my words carefully. My fiance is sitting in front of me. I think that when I heard that this table read was about love, there's a certain expectation that comes when you use the word love. But I don't think everyone's expectation is the same. I think if you polled everyone in this room, how they would describe what love is to them could look very differently along the spectrum of who's here. And so thinking about specifically marriage as an institution, beyond, let's say, the historical roots of it, I do think that in order to make something like that work, to live with a person forever, let's say, in hell, that you would need to find what it is that your partner uses love, and to perform something like that. So I think when I talk about love is not something to base like a life together with, but marriage could be. I think it's because marriage represents a kind of evolution of how we think about love in an internal sense and moves it to how we view love in an external sense. That marriage is viewing what your partner's version of love is and performing that. Good answer? Good. Yes. Yeah.
I'd actually like to hear from each of you, get a little insight about your writing process and how you once you came up with the idea, how you flushed it all out. Was it something linear that you thought of, or did you pick chunks and fill in the blanks? How exactly was your writing process?
Yeah, Estee, you kind of went to that a little bit, but you want to expound on it?
Yeah, I mean, so of course I was sort of writing for a purpose. I wanted to write a short film, so I had that framework in mind. But generally, after I get that framework, I sort of my brain focuses on the characters. They're just sort of alive in my head now, right? So whatever they want to do is kind of what the story is going to be. But I always write an outline. I force myself to write an outline. And try to work out any stumbles in the plot and structure, because that's not actually a strength of mine, before I start putting it on the page and fall in love with it. And then for me, once that outline is tight, and I get feedback from my fellow writers on it who are better at some of those things, then it's my reward is getting to put it on the page. Because one of my favorite things is to write dialogue. And so it's I could just write 20 pages of these characters talking to each other. So then I need to have my scenes and know what the purposes of those scenes are, so that I can contain my characters and corral them into those scenes, So that's sort of my process is forcing myself to do as much pre-writing stuff as I can before I get to finally put it, into the dialogue and scene direction. So.
Somair, what's your process?
Well, again, in this case, when I started off with the characters first, I wanted to make sure that, going back to what you said, we have 4 characters that have different definitions of love, and bringing them together, and that was my first amount of work that I did on. And then once that was settled, then I brought the plot in, which was unraveling this over a short in one a day. And there were some tweaks that we, and again, as mentioned, bringing that out with other writers, getting their feedback, what's working, what's not working, and then sharpening it to the thing.
I don't often write on consignment, where typically when I write something, it's completely just whatever I'm feeling at the time. Whereas this, having to focus in on love, I think I needed to find that germ of marriage counselor, who's she dealing with two demons, they're in conflict, why, they're in the same body, and in order to get them out, she has to work through their problems. And I think from there, things kind of trickle out to, well, how do we need to start? How do we introduce this character? How do we get her in the room? What's the conflict look like? What's the resolution look like? And finding that resolution was really at the heart of the kind of thematic thing that you would say in script. So if the resolution is that these two need to realign on how they each of you love, well, trying to get us there sometimes helps you work backwards. So that's how I would say that my writing process usually happens, is that kind of step-by-step trickle down. You have to establish certain things first, and then from there they kind of expand and contract until you find whatever the path is that you're trying to in the story.
Thank you for such a writerly question and
Yeah.
indulging us. Thank you.
Question.
Oh, yes.
How did you cast all these wonderful actors?
Well, a few of them we've worked with before. If you've been to any of our previous live table reads, we've been working with them, and so they're people that we reach back out to, and we've been happy with the performance and the collaboration that we find. And then others we find. How did you find?
With my work with them, so Amy, for example, worked on my first short, and then we have most of them work. And then in other cases, in the case of Steven, it was a specific need, so I made sure that I put the casting call out on Facebook. But once they're in our inventory, the first thing is we just reach out to them because we know how it is working with them. And if we don't hear back,
we're very possessive. We kind of gather actors together and we put them in their little dollhouse.
Well, I'll say more. What we're trying to do is create a community where we can work again together because we have. This was fun. Right? Yeah, this was fun. The point is we're going to actually have this community and bring in more people so that we can work. We can work together and have fun like we did today.
Let's do one last question. I saw, I think Julie, you had your hand up here.
I was curious what the next steps were for these scripts, if y'all are planning on submitting any to festivals or producing them.
That's a good question. Estee, do you have any plans for the script?
I actually did submit this script to just a random competition because I have a goal this year to submit my scripts to 3 different competitions. So I did one already, so I got one checkbox off the list. But yeah, it's funny because a lot of things I write are pilots and features, and to me those aren't really feasible to produce, just at this point in my life. But a short like this, is feasible to produce. So it's definitely something that I would be interested in, trying to get made in general, because I thought it's in the feasible range for me.
And on that, if there are any people interested in making it, please.
Yes.
But in my case, I literally am planning to get this short this year with Charm City. So it's the same short I submitted to them. So hopefully we'll have this short done this year.
And for mine, I'm just going to tuck it in my memory hole, and we'll see if it leads to anything else. I don't know if I have any.
So funny.
Play it for it to go forward. Yeah, it's difficult to do the demon, makeup and everything. You gotta get someone who's really good at that. So trying to gather who we can. Feel free to continue to ask us questions after this as we're putting stuff away. Know that we do have an after party happening at Samuel Beckett's at about 4:30. That's just in Shirlington, about a mile down the road. There's great parking down by there. And if you guys are interested in what has been happening here right now, know that we are on Meetup, in which we host a lot of different kinds of events. We do every other Tuesday. We have some cold reads of scripts that actors bring in. If you're at all interested in bringing in a script, in acting in the scripts, or in just observing the process of it, we do that every other Tuesday. It's on the Meetup app. We have a screenplay reading club, in which it's kind of like a book club, but you come in after having read a produced screenplay, and we talk about the different things that make up those screenplays, what we like, what we don't like, what works, what you can use for your own scripts. And we continue to do these every quarter or so. And speaking of that, is there one coming up that we should talk about?
So yeah, we plan to have 2 more of these. There'll be one in July, We don't have a date set, but somewhere in summers to look out for that. Our theme, we are hoping, is.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Okay. But yeah, there's going to be 2 more. And we're going to make these, at least have 3 of these every year. And if you like them, one thing, there was a, yes please, if you can make sure you can check in, so have your emails, I can keep you in the loop on what's coming. I can send you the links of the meetup that he's talking about. I have created an Insta now.
So, we have an Instagram?
Yes, so you will get more details of that so you can continue knowing what's happening. So one other event, one other session we also do is, like the collaboration, yes. So we have a collaboration circle, which is for writers to really collaborate together in bringing their idea all the way up to a written script. So for writers who are struggling into bringing it on paper, that helps.